how does SVOD manage to improve its audience building without overspending? And is this the moment that you said that we've reached that peak in the traditional business model or existing business model for you? Is this where the creativity and the shift comes in without throwing down, mega billions like Netflix has, let's say? Paul, what's your take?
Yeah, sure. As many of us who sat in those rooms before, when you're in the process of greenlighting shows and you're looking at overall budgets, everybody just says, make more hits. And you're like, oh, if it was just that simple, of course we would do that, right?
Why didn't I think of that?
But we'll just focus on like where the hits are or the things that are really gonna, and you're like, oh, if we all understood what was gonna be a hit from the moment it's an idea until it's execution, like there are very few people who are that level of genius, right? That sit across. So it's no surprise that as business models mature, as people have to figure out kind of what their cost curves look like and how they're investing in content, that they are trying to be more, I would say, directed in terms of what they're doing. And I would say with the amount of data they have available, they can be smarter about the things that they like to greenlight and how certain genres will play to certain cohorts, but also build secondary cohorts and tertiary cohorts that drives the appeal and can drive the retention and drive that engagement and drive that monetization. I think those are the key pieces of what we're seeing. But I would say that there's like this broader trend of what we in the industry at this moment. What we've seen is especially among the biggest players, there's been a lot of consolidation over the last few years, and they developed various businesses. So you can take a Paramount, for example, right, which has Paramount Plus, it has Pluto, it has BET Plus, et cetera. And so they've through that acquisition with Pluto, and maybe through an acquisition, through their base business with Paramount. You could maybe draw the same example on NBCU and what they've done with Peacock and others, is you have all these people who built these products that don't have a shared data platform, that don't have shared data structures, that don't have shared platform transfer to be able to actually manage the entire lifetime value of the consumer across all the product offerings they have. And so I believe that we're going to go see an investment cycle driven by what are cloud-based workflows, but also a consolidation in their platforms and data structures to help them figure out how to ultimately really deliver the value out of the consumer they're looking to attract. And with that, they can begin to put both content and business model offerings in front of those consumers that are super customized. And it can even get down to that kind of that micro level you were talking about, where it may even know that Evan has a pain threshold of watching 5 commercials in a row and I have 3, and that's the offering that we pay for. So I think that's really where we're headed on a macro level. It's going to take a lot of work in the interim to get there and build those data structures and those platforms to be able to support those types of environments and this product offering.